Hi guys, in my last couple of videos I've shared with you how I started knitting this sweater without a pattern or any onerous calculations. In this video I'd like to bring you up to date and share a few more tips how you could knit a sweater just like this one for yourself. I've almost finished my front and back parts, which I'm knitting separately. The sweater is knitted top down using the diagonal shoulder method. As I'm knitting the front and the back flat, I will obviously need to seam the sides. I have already partially seamed the left side, and the reason for this is so that I can try the sweater on and see how it fits and if I need to redo anything, and B, I can agree the length of the front and the back as I'm going along without having to count the rows. Isn't that great? No counting rows here, and it works beautifully. Look, I've just got this bit left to knit for the front. I'm now going to seam the right side and I'm going to show you how I do it. Now I need to align the two sides and start joining from under the arm. I also need to use a needle. I'm going to use a needle like this and my knitting yarn. I'm knitting my sweater with 3 strands of yarn. I'm just using one of them. I'm now going to start joining these two edges, and to have a neat seamless join, I'm going to show you a little trick. So first, when I insert my needle back to front in the first loop that I can see on my edge. So this is my piece 1. I need to leave a little tail behind. Now insert the needle again, similar position on the opposite side, but front to back. And pull your yarn, and again reinsert the needle in the first position back to front, and just tighten the yarn, tighten your thread, make sure it's all joining nicely. The mattress stitch technique is worked by picking up horizontal bars on each piece. These are the horizontal bars which are positioned between the first and the second stitch. So here's my first horizontal bar on the left side. I insert the needle under and pull the yarn through. I now need to find similar horizontal bar on the opposite side and repeat the process. This way I'm joining row by row. I'm just going to repeat a few more times, and whilst I'm doing it, I'd like to point out that if you do not have a clearly defined horizontal bar, like in my case here, this is where I was not consistent with my knits and purls, you can pick up the corresponding knots. So if we do not have a bar, we'll end up with a knot. And it's okay if you have one side pick up a bar like here, and the opposite side you pick up a knot. What you need to be consistent with is that you pick up row by row. So typically you will have either a bar or a knot to join together, and joining either of them is going to work exactly the same. As you're joining the edges, remember to pull the working yarn so that it holds the seam neatly in place. Now joined as many rows as I can, and I'm about to stop joining the edges so that I can finish off knitting the front piece. Currently my back piece is a little bit longer versus the front one, so I just need to finish knitting the front piece and join them together as I go along. The mattress stitch technique results in a seam on the wrong side, and here's what it looks like. I have a little tail left, which I will tidy up at the end. Now I've joined the seams, I can try the top on to see what it looks like on me. Here's the back of the top, and I think it's finished lengthwise. I just need to finish off the front and add a rib to the bottom. Then I will move on to adding sleeves and a neckline.